Hello, everybody. Welcome to another recap and review of the Traitors US Season 4, Episode 6. Yes. Traitors finally decided to give us a fucking break.
Just one.
But did they really give us a break? Because episode 6 was packed to the gills with, let's get into it because it was so much that went on. Drama. We're your host. I'm Frenchie.
I'm Nika.
I'm Wes.
Yes. And if you don't know, we have a podcast called The Black Umbrella, and you can watch it here on YouTube as well. But let's get into this review.
Let's do it. Mm-hmm. So, breakfast. We have Mara, Kristen, and Rob. They're the first to enter breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Wait, where did we leave off?
Oh, we left off in a place where we had to figure out if anybody was able to get murdered that night. Mm-hmm. So the episode prior to the Traitors in the Turret, kind of like talking about if they possibly might murder someone who it could possibly be, but they didn't know if they would be able to murder yet or not. So whenever we get to breakfast, we're kind of on edge because we don't know if everyone's going to walk through the door. If someone did get murdered last night, like we won't figure it out until the end. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where we are currently. But the first people to enter are Mara, Kristen, and Rob for breakfast. Mm-hmm. They begin to speak. Does anyone have any notes for them then entering?
Yes. Mara came in immediately like, so who y'all thinking? Because I'm thinking Ron.
Do you think everyone's going to still go for Ron?
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be on everyone's radar.
And she said, I'm thinking like everybody's going to be on Ron tonight for banishment. And Rob, he agreed. He was like, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Ron. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think everybody's going to have him on their radar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ron, my God, what a time.
What a time, Ron.
Then Candace, Lisa, Tara, and Mark are the second to enter breakfast. Mm-hmm. And Lisa is just very cognizant that Colton has her on the brain.
Yes.
And she kind of doesn't know what to do about that. But she's just trying to let her housewife out a little bit.
Yeah.
Anybody want an egg?
Does anyone have the eggs close by? Anybody want an egg?
Lisa.
I have eggs here. Anybody want some eggs?
I can't. Oh my goodness. And then we have Steven, Ron, Johnny, and Natalie. Mm-hmm. And then we have Colton, Dorinda,
Eric and Jam Jam.
Eric and Jam Jam. Mm-hmm. So everyone enters. Everyone's there. So we realize no one has gotten murdered that night, which is lovely. Everybody's happy. They're cheering. Lisa's the first to stand up. No murder! Yay! No murder! Colton already looking at her like strange. Interesting.
Yesterday you were so quiet. Now you're yelling.
And Colton wastes no time getting to breakfast and getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay, he getting down to the grits, the eggs, all of it. And he is sat next to Dorinda. So who do you do? What do you do whenever you are sat next to someone? You talk, right?
Just start talking.
And Colton's at that breakfast table looking at Dorinda like, listen, I know that she is your friend, but I need you to watch out for Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Watch her behavior.
Keep an eye on her.
How are you feeling about Lisa? I just want you to observe, okay? Keep an open mind and observe. I know you're at home. I see blinders on.
Well, of course I'll do it because I'm fine.
And meanwhile, Lisa's on the other side of the table. Does anybody want an egg? How's everybody doing? We good? Putting on her full housewife, right? And Dorinda is kind of taking everything in stride. She's not like completely on team Colton. And she's recognizing certain things that are different with Lisa, but she's not just sticking it to Lisa being a traitor. That's her friend.
Right.
At the end of the day. Alan comes in and reveals that there will be no murder due to everybody not taking a shield at the previous challenge.
I felt some kind of way about that though, honestly.
You think that someone should have took it?
Yes.
I do too.
I think one of the traitors, like they all think, smart. They was using a big brain. All three of them went in 3 different groups. There was only 4 groups that day. Mm-hmm. they should have said to themselves, well, we need to murder somebody because we're the traitors, and one of the three of us need to snatch up a shield.
Yeah.
We have to.
They did it.
And it should have been, she already has a target on her back, but that just would have made even more sense for maybe Lisa to really go and take one. Because at this point, Colton hadn't really started in on her yet. Maybe he said her name like once.
Yeah.
So that I think it would have been good for her to like, I don't know though, because Colton, he's on me, and I think he's a traitor, and da. Like, she should have laid it in, but she didn't. I really wanted one
shield
to
wouldn't
take
have
a
done Lisa
shield.
no good either way. But they should have just took the shield so they could have
Yeah,
murdered.
so they could murder, of course.
Murder Colton because he needed to be murdered.
Yeah.
But they wanted to have a happy day, so they had a happy day. Needless to say, but I do agree with you. I think that they should have had the traitors come in and at least someone should have tried to sneak a little chain or two.
Yeah, I know during the competition, Rob was like, I wanted to, but like, it's risky. I was like, somebody should have got a plan together.
Yeah, it would have been hard.
Yeah.
It would have been hard. And whenever Colton was talking to Dorinda at breakfast, he said, how are you feeling about Lisa? And then whenever he kind of wants to put Lisa on Dorinda's radar, he just told Dorinda, I'm just observe her today. Like all day, I want you to actually observe your friend and see how she's acting.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be able to come back to you and talk to you about, okay, so what do you think? But he told Dorinda just keeping her blinders up. Like, hey, girl.
Yeah.
Don't know what you know, but I feel like I know what I know. And it's so sad being Colton because you done had like so many misses. No one is believing anything you're saying anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like the time where you finally get something that you've made.
The people are
it's like
on
everybody
him.
looking at you like, well,
Right.
no. So
Because while Colton is pushing Lisa, the rest of the group, they're talking as well. And everybody's on Ron.
Yep.
We getting Ron out tonight. We just need to put this to rest. We need to know. We just need to put him up there, you know? And Colton is, of course, he's hearing, the hubbub about, of course, everybody wants to get Ron out tonight. So he's kind of like, I don't know, like he really truly believes that Ron is a faithful and he doesn't really feel too comfortable, voting for him at the round table. He says he will, of course, to go with the group, but he don't like it.
Yeah, he does. And again, once breakfast breaks, everyone kind of disperses throughout the castle. We got our first scene in the kitchen with Yam, Candace, Dorinda, Colton, Jeremy, Eric, and Elisa. They gather around, and kind of Colton again states that he is 100% going for Ron tonight, and everybody's kind of agreeing on Ron. So you can see that there's a lot of banter going on around. Like, okay, listen, if we can just all stay on one page, we can get Ron out.
Yeah.
So you're hearing that in the kitchen, but then you're going over to the chessboard where you see Ron and Rob having a beautiful, lovely game of chess.
Who do you have after next round table? What do you mean? Like, not tonight, because I know what's happening tonight. You think you're going to go? Yeah, for sure. I think so, too. Yeah.
They're bonding.
They're bonding. They're introverts.
Yeah.
Rob is like, Ron understands me. I understand him. He's a cool guy. And obviously Rob's a traitor, so he knows that Ron's not a traitor.
Right.
Yeah.
And Rob starts to develop this piece of heart and empathy for Ron because he's like, damn, people have been coming on him since day one, and we are in episode 6.
Yeah.
Ron been fighting for his life since he stepped foot in that castle. And I think Rob is finally understanding, like, damn, it's not easy to be a traitor because I feel like,
I like this guy. I don't want him to leave. I think that's exactly what he said too. Like, I like him. I don't want him to leave.
Yeah, and he did it. And you know what? Ron even quoted and said, like, I think that you'd be a great traitor because you're so good at it. Whenever Ron was talking to Rob, everybody likes you. But also Ron was just being transparent and being like, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Happy to have this experience.
Yeah.
And you can tell that Ron was navigating his day like it was his last from the moment that he stepped in. Even whenever he came to breakfast, no one really complimented him.
Yeah.
He had on another loud jacket. This time not orange, but this time looking very foresty.
He was. I
Very
mean,
caged bird.
And people were complimenting people as they came in, and no one said nothing to Ron. But Ron did compliment Tara. He said, I like your hat, Tara.
He did. She's, oh, thank cute.
I know. So he has a good heart.
And it was kind of sad in this episode because you really did start to see people loosen up their grip on Ron a little bit, but it was already too late, kind of thing. Yeah, it was sucky to watch.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had, in the meantime, while Rob and them are having shit, I mean, there are conversations happening. Yeah. We didn't have the conversation in the kitchen. We didn't have the conversation with Ron and Rob. And then now we have Johnny, Mark, Tara, Mara, and Kristen kind of gather together. Mm-hmm. And they plan as a group of, they want to have like what is a good word? An anti-vote, but also they want to have like an Avengers group of faithfuls that as long as we have 8 faithfuls, we can control that round table every week. Yeah. In my mind, I'm like, does that make sense? Are you looking at the people around you? Do you really think out of the 8 people that you want to have at a round table to control a vote, one of the 8 may not be a traitor? Mm-hmm. Are we going to be that naive?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all haven't gotten it right since Donna. And that was just a lucky guess.
It was.
A lucky guess. Y'all are not a great group of people who kind of come up together. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. There are a lot of people. You know, you start with 23 people in a house. Yeah. So it can be kind of hard. But nonetheless, they get together and they want to control banishment on a weekly basis. This is kind of led by Johnny. And Johnny is throwing out, you know, guys, I think that maybe Colton. Yeah. How do you feel about Colton?
Everybody says, yes. He is, and Kristen is first to say, yes. Because fuck Colton. He's always telling us what to do at the round table. We'll have our mind set. And then all of a sudden, he kind of just jumps in really fast, like right before the round table or at the round table. He drops a name that no one was ever thinking of. And then somehow we all end up voting for that person. Yep. And they end up being faithful. Like, we cannot keep letting this happen. We can't. He has to go.
And it's just so wild because for me, a bunch of adults getting around talking about how another adult is changing their mind. It's just unfathomable. Crazy. I mean, I understand the strategy of it, like just going with the group. Like, even if you don't feel like it, you don't want to necessarily show your cards and say someone else because it makes you feel like, okay, so you now with the group. And it kind of ostracizes you. But whenever you're kind of complaining about how he keeps on coming in and changing things, it's like, no, y'all are autonomous individuals. Y'all are autonomous adults. Y'all can make other decisions beside what he makes. It's just everyone feels like it's easier to go with him because it keeps them in the shadows, not the spotlight. But that's not playing with strategy. I mean, to a certain extent it is, because it kind of doesn't put you out there. But also, don't complain about it if you're not going to say something during the round table, because a lot of y'all be mute, quiet.
And we're going to get into that.
And we're going to get into that.
Yeah. A lot of church mice.
A ton of church mice. So then Colton decides he wants to pull Natalie into the library, and they both talk about how they agree
to take down whoever is coming to the world with a master evil plan, because Natalie is dressed like a superhero.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Natalie is dressed like a Power Ranger, ready to take down Voltron or whoever the hell else.
And what's so crazy is you have a stark difference. You have Natalie dressed as a superhero, and you got Johnny dressed as a flapper. 1920s flapper girl, a Jessica.
It is wild.
Like, it's truly interesting. Like, I love everyone's style in this show. I mean, they really found some characters who put that shit on, and they're authentically themselves. But Colton pulls Natalie into the library, and they both talk about how they agree that there is someone who should definitely be in the traitor box, and it is Lisa. And as they're talking, I'm not sure when Ron rolled in. Was Ron also in the room with them at the time? Because I know that when watching the episode, he definitely appears at some point, but I didn't know if he came in. I remember that Colton had pulled Natalie to the side, though. So that's why I put in my notes. But as they're talking about, like, Lisa possibly being a traitor, it just so happens that the housewives tend to march in. Dorinda, Candace, and Lisa, and then Ron kind of is right next to what's his name? Colton. Sitting down next to Colton. And Colton states, you know, look, it's all the housewives sticking together. How convenient.
Oh, hi.
Oh, the housewives sticking together. How convenient.
And then kind of looks at Lisa and says, oh, you don't have sunglasses on, so I can look you in your eye. twice. And Lisa asked him, well, what would you like to see?
Okay. What would you like to see?
And Colton says, my future. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
He's already hinting at it in front of her.
Yes.
You know, he's being bold about it. I'm going to say bold because bold is, I think it's you.
Yeah.
But he's definitely throwing little hints.
He's being shady.
He's being shady, and he knows he's being shady.
Yeah.
And it's not okay.
Plus, he already kind of got Natalie, who can really be swayed either way as long as Colton is saying it. And girl, I'm kind of disappointed in that because I thought you were going to be a strong player.
Her and Eric both.
You and Eric, I thought y'all, well, not Eric, but Natalie, I thought you were going to be a strong player. So this is, very interesting to me. But yeah, once he got Natalie, when he told her, oh yeah, she not acting like herself. And I asked Dorinda, who's also a housewife, and she backed me up. That sold her. So he's already feeling confident. He at least has one person who he knows he can sway under his wing. So
he sure does.
He getting spicy.
Okay, well now let's get in the car and go to the challenge.
Let's get in the car.
And depending on the car, you might be in the car with Rob.
Yeah.
Hey.
And you might be in the car with Tara. And Dorinda. And Colton. And in that car with people that Colton trusts.
Yes.
I.e. one of them being a traitor, Rob. He states to the car, y'all, I'm thinking Lisa.
And I just want to say something. That if I am not at breakfast tomorrow,
Yes.
I've already shared this with you.
Yes. You think it's Lisa?
Lisa?
Yep.
And it's just so funny because you look back at Colton and his ways of being able to just flip people immediately. But, as he's in the car and saying Lisa, they're listening.
Yeah, they're like, huh?
Oh, yeah. I feel you.
I could see. Yeah.
It could definitely be Lisa.
Oh, yeah, Portia, yeah.
Rob said.
No, and Rob made a comment.
No, he did, but only after Colton asked him.
He said, Rob, how do you feel? And Rob said, yeah.
It's plausible.
It's plausible. So,
it definitely is plausible. He said it like 3 times. Period, Rob.
He's trying to keep his traitor on the low, but at the same time, he's like, I can't really help much. Besides, if I start defending Lisa against my homie who's like the bestie in the house, Colton,
it's not going to look good.
It's not going to look good for me. And then we make it to the challenge.
Yes.
The challenge is Cabin in the Woods, y'all. Cabin in the Woods. Now, players will enter the cabin and sit at a round table where they will receive a series of cryptic clues that will lead them outside to a neighboring graveyard that has a plethora of names and headstones.
Yes.
Once they receive a name within that cabin, 2 people that are voted on by the group will go out and volunteer to run to a headstone that is given based off of the clue in the cabin.
Yeah.
So if the headstone, for instance, is like Jim Jam, right? It's like, okay, I'm in the cabin. I think it's Jim Jam. Then you run out and you find the Jim Jam headstone. And if you stand next to it and you get it right, you get some money, right?
You also have 30 seconds.
You have 30 seconds to do so.
Yeah.
So once that door opens, it's time to sprint. Each gravestone, each headstone is equivalent to $3,000.
Yeah.
And your goal is to win $15,000 for the prize pot.
Oh, and there are also 2 shields.
Yes, there are headstones that do have 2 shields on them. So there's one headstone that has 2 shields in them, and once you leave the cabin, you may not return.
Yeah.
So it's not like got the money, come back, sit at the table, figure it out, right? You want to keep people at the table who are doing really good at solving these clues.
Yeah.
You want to keep them in the cabin.
Yeah.
Folks who are like disposable, they're not adding much to the clues, they're not solving them quickly, they're just kind of sitting around fiddling their thumbs.
Yes.
You want to get them out that cabin and to the graveyard. Go find the name.
Add the money to the pot.
Add the money to the pot.
Add it.
So the traitors.
Wait a minute, because before we can even get started, Natalie tells that she put everybody on notice. If you take a shield, you getting banished, and that's that.
Well,
let's make a rule right now.
Yeah. So whenever they walk into the cabin, they sit down at the round table. Natalie immediately goes into her plea for like, let's just do this right now. We're gonna go around, no shields. Immediately, Jim Jam. He's like, what the hell? Why are we always so... And I'm honestly with Jam Jam. I'm like...
No shield is crazy.
Listen, I could be murdered. I'm taking my shield, and you may not ever know it, but I'm taking my damn shield.
Yeah.
This was not a competition where if nobody take a shield again, nobody get murdered again.
I was like, someone's getting killed.
I'm grabbing that shield.
Just grab the shield.
It's just too much, too crazy. So with that, the game begins, and they get a clue. The first clue leads them to a name. Louise Black is the name, the correct name.
The correct name.
However,
yes,
in the mayhem of it all, because this is the first time that they're doing this. Yes. Like the first everything. They see the majority of the letters, and then they also see at the end the letter B. They unscramble the letters. They're like, Louise Clark, and then boom, all of a sudden Candace and Tara decide.
The door opens and they take off.
They gotta run.
Louise Clark, Louise Clark, Louise Clark.
And then they figure it out in the cabin. Oh shit, it's Black.
They figured it out prior to Candace and her leaving.
Yes.
They figured it out before they left that door. It's just the door opened whenever they said Louise Clark.
Yeah, and it opened.
And then the B was drawn, and then they said Black. And as they were running out, you can hear them be like, Black, Black, Black.
But they were already
gone. They were already gone. They were moving because they had 30 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was a headstone that said Louise Clark.
Yeah.
And
that's when they picked.
It's when they picked, and they were wrong because whenever they had them reveal that money and that Louise Black headstone came out with $3,000, they thought, oh, easy. Let's just walk over to it and grab it. No, you did not win it. What's not clicking? Really? Did you say Black or did you say Clark? Where'd you stand?
My goodness. Candace really ran after that bag, and they said, whoop, put it right back in the ground.
And there are a bunch of different things happening in this house. You know, luckily they're using the table, the very big dusty table, as a way to write out the letters that they get and kind of figure out what the names are going to be.
Yeah.
There's a random lady that then appears in the corner of the cabin and just starts screaming.
And screaming back at her.
Everybody was shook. She could not get out of
that was so
screaming
funny.
Back. My girl was stuck.
My girl was literally fighting for her life in her screaming right back at her. Everybody screaming back at her. And then all of a sudden blood starts falling from the walls. Falling from the walls and dripping down, and it reveals a message on one of the walls. And it was a master of none. I think that was like the clue on master of none. And Rob immediately was like, Jack.
Yeah.
Like Jack of all trades, master of none. The name is Jack. And then in the master of none, there were underlined letters that were happening. And those underlined letters unscrambled would be Stone. So that second name was Jack Stone. Jam Jam and Mara ran out to Jack Stone. And in the middle of running, Jam Jam's like, so you really trying not to...
The shield?
So what's going on with that
shield? And Mara's like, no, we're not doing the shield.
Did she go Jamaican?
No. But I don't know how to do Mara's accent.
No,
so funny. I just do any accent.
That is so funny.
And Mara is already side-eyeing Jam Jam because she's like, he always wants to go for his shield. But he's a player.
He's a player.
He's a player. You would want to go too if you felt like people are not saying her name, which is really interesting.
Mara?
Yeah.
No one's saying anything.
No one is
about
saying her name. So that's why she feels comfortable not grabbing a shield. However, Jam Jam, his name has been thrown out a few times at that round table. So it's understandable why he would feel like, I should probably be working and getting a shield because my name could come up again and I could be going. I've seen it happen before. Table after table after table.
He should have just took...
Listen, they got to agree on it. They got to agree on it, and they didn't agree on it. So they said, okay, you know what? Let's just get this money for this prize pot.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Then the bugs begin to come out the walls. It's craziness. Lisa and who else was with Lisa?
It was Lisa and Mark.
Lisa and Mark. I put Lisa and Make. I think it's because my autocorrect. I was like, who's Make? Lisa and Mark run out on Dorothy Darkin. That simply happened whenever there was a typewriter.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of created a word problem for them to solve. And overall, the name was Dorothy Darkin, and they ran out to Dorothy Darkin. They got $3,000. And then after that, I just stopped writing the names down because it was really hard for me to keep track of all the names. So Dorinda and well, I know the names of the people, but not the names of the headstones. So Dorinda and Johnny went out. They ran out. They won that $3,000. Colton and Kristen ran their $3,000. Jeremy and Natalie ran out, won the $3,000. And then we're left inside the cabin with Ron, Rob, and Eric. So those are the three people who do not have a chance to leave the cabin, to get a shield, to win some money. They were like trusted to just figure out all the clues that were happening.
Yeah.
Which is also interesting because Ron is really, 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 really vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
But Ron, knowing that he may not even make it past banishment, I think that put him in a space of, and he's also just content and cool with whatever is going to happen.
And he probably felt like even if he did run out, the person that he ran out with would not have agreed to take a shield.
If he ran out with Rob,
he would have.
If he ran out with Rob, he would have.
Rob would have.
He would have been like, "Dude, get the shield.
Get the shield.
Get it. You need it more than me."
And that's what I would have done. I mean, but also I felt like they were really out here. I mean, Rob as a traitor is doing his job. But if Rob really, I mean, things will come out later. But if Rob really wanted and cared for Ron like that, there would have been a different strategy. And at least getting Ron to that field to at least give him a chance to, okay, if we can get Ron a shield, and if I could fight for him hard enough this round table, well, maybe he might not go home. And then if he doesn't go home, he can't get murdered.
But also, at this point, this is when everybody's on Ron. So that just would have looked weird. I get it. I understand.
Well, I mean, it would have looked weird there are three people, like a few people in the room. So I feel like the last people to leave were who? Jeremy and Natalie. I'm not Jeremy. I'm sorry. What's his name? Oh, Steven is his name. I keep on calling him Jeremy. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know that man. I don't know his name. I'm trying, y'all. And I have Jeremy written down so many times. It's Steven. It's definitely Steven and Natalie.
Oh my God.
So if you're in a cabin with Steven, Natalie, Ron, Rob, and Eric, these are people who Natalie's already thinking it's Lisa at some point. Like, these are people who have been talked to and kind of swayed in different directions. So I don't think it would have looked weird if Rob and Ron would have left out on that last challenge and then left Natalie, Steven, and Eric inside of the cabin. I think,
but Rob didn't know.
No, yeah, he did.
Colton was starting to Lisa. Well, I mean, he knew, of course, within their car, but who was left behind wasn't the people who was in their car.
Yeah. And they overall won $15,000 for the prize pot. So go Traitors, and nobody took any shields. So on the way back, Ron, Eric, and Rob are in the car together. And immediately you can hear Ron speaking about his experience on Traitors and just how he's happy that he's been able to spend the time that he's wanted to spend there. He kind of lets them know that he understands what tonight is going to be. And, he'll at least get a chance to go home and see his children and his wife and just genuinely be happy. And with Ron's sob story, Rob is immediately like, there's like a he's in his heart, and he's like, I really don't want Ron to go.
He was getting Love Island flashbacks.
He was like, I really don't want Ron to go. He was feeling it. I'm talking feeling it.
The Traitors' plan is to banish Ron, but I don't have that in me. My head is telling me that I should vote for Ron, but my heart is telling me like maybe there's another way. I really like him. I'd like to keep him around a little longer.
Okay.
And Rob, kind of, he threw a little bone out that said, well, you never know. Almost like, you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
But that was the extent of his bone before they got back to the castle, where they then would have a little banter after the challenge. I'm going to start with Johnny and Mark are having a conversation in that they want to go to Colton. So they immediately go around, spreading it to the whole house. Again, Johnny's looking like a 1920s flapper girl. I love it. Johnny's style is something new every week. And I feel like Johnny came to this game with intention on, Alan, you gonna dress and I'm gonna dress. Although I may not be as grand as your dress because you got a whole costuming department, I'ma still have my
I'm gonna do my Johnny.
Okay, I'm gonna still get my cigarette girl.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna do my Johnny, and that's what he does. So Jeremy, Rob, Lisa,
Jeremy.
Sorry,
Steven,
y'all. I'm wrong. I put Jeremy in all my notes because when I was
better hit replace on Jeremy.
I need to.
Steven, change your name.
Oh my God, Steven changed your name to Jeremy. Steven, Rob, Lisa, Candace, and Eric are all in the kitchen, and they're talking about getting Ron out. And in that conversation, Rob decides this is his moment to reveal to all of them,
including his traitors
for the first time ever, that he feels that Ron is not a traitor and that Ron is telling the truth.
I don't know. I kind of think, I'm starting to think more and more that Ron's not a traitor.
Really?
Yeah.
Immediately in Candace's confessional, she says, Rob, what the fuck are you doing?
Rob, what the fuck are you doing? We were literally planning to get Ron at the round table. That's a win for us. You just out here going rogue.
We did not discuss this. What are you doing?
And her and Lisa genuinely, their ears perk up. Like, wait,
like,
what? Where did this come from? And he's looking over there like,
I said that out loud.
Yeah. Well,
this is how I feel,
Yes.
Yep.
And he's trying to go against the plan. And Candace and Lisa now have wind that he's trying to go against said plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then Rob just starts defending Ron in the house.
Yeah.
But not before Johnny and the Jazz Gals running around.
Johnny and the Jazz Gals.
Johnny and the Jazz Gals is running around trying to get people together to vote out Colton. Johnny even goes to Rob.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're thinking Colton.
If we have 8 faithfuls, we control the table.
What?
If we have 8 people for Colton, we can get him out.
Rob was like, this game is moving too quickly for me.
He's like, yo, this is crazy.
It's crazy.
We're doing the same thing again, guys.
Mind you, in that moment, I thought Rob was going to say, this is crazy, because I was just saying in the kitchen, I don't think Ron is a traitor, and I want a way for him to stay. So for y'all to come with me with this plan,
perfect,
it's so genius right now.
He wasn't doing that because his Colton is his closest ally.
Exactly. And I did not realize until this episode how close they really were.
I did. They've been hooked since episode 1, I feel like. They've been just kind of sort of running around together, the boys, the quote unquote the hunks or the hunk. Didn't Michael call them that at one point?
Something like that.
Something like that. So it's just one of those things where Johnny's now going to Rob and saying, hey, listen, this is what we're thinking about doing at the round table. And Rob is just very confused because his mind is like, I don't want to vote out Colton. I don't want to vote out Ron. And I am just in a pickle.
Yeah.
Because his emotions are officially starting to take play.
Yeah.
It seems like Rob was everybody's been on the same page, per se. Mm-hmm. All the traitors so far. It's been Rob, Candace, and Lisa have all been like,
they're like, yep,
very
agreed.
Cutthroat with whoever they're going to murder. They're murdering because they're murdering them for a reason, and whoever is going to get banished is going to get banished for a reason.
Yeah,
and they can kind of use their sway as traitors at the round table to make it lean as to or into such. But in that case, he's now like, I'm a human.
Yes,
I feel it in my heart.
I'm conflicted.
I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And just as the house is in utter chaos from people running around and pitching different people, it is time for the round table.
Wait, before that.
Oh, what?
Colton pulls Lisa.
Oh, right. Colton. Oh, my gosh. He pulled Lisa to the side.
Because everybody's chittering.
Yes.
Colton struts in the room. Nobody notice his ass. He said, Lisa,
I need to talk to you.
She's like,
I need to talk to you.
She literally went,
And Colton, thinking he's doing something smart, is trying to quote unquote strike a deal with Lisa because he wants to let her know that he knows she's a traitor, but that he wants to protect her in the game and take her all the way to the end and win this with her. And that he wants to protect her at all the round tables, but also lean into we know what it really is.
Instead of trying to banish a traitor, I'm going to try to hold one hostage.
Right.
Mind you, traitors and faithfuls can't take each other to the end, because at the end, if a traitor is there, they win it all. But if it's all faithfuls, then you split it all. Ain't no we gonna both get to the end and get something.
Well,
one of us is gonna have to be kicked out.
Yeah, I think he knows that. I think that he's banking.
Which is why this was stupid.
Well, I think he's banking on if he makes an alliance with Lisa of some sort that. I mean, now we know there's a faulty traitor in the bunch, right? But he's thinking if he can make some kind of pact with Lisa, that whenever it comes time to vote someone out, him and Lisa could probably be like, who is a traitor that you don't feel connected to? Let's vote them. And then, because they know there's always a recruitment season.
Yeah.
I would think that Colton would work closely with Lisa until she could recruit him to be a traitor. And then they can just go to the end together. Because a lot of the traitors don't end up staying. One always ends up getting banished. Most will get banished. I think he's just trying to find a foresight of like, how do I make this make sense for me? I know we didn't see the whole clip because it was edited very interestingly. But I think in his mind, of course, when he says we can go to the end with this, I think that he's doing it with the idea and knowledge that he could also possibly become a traitor if Lisa is cool with him and nice with him. And Lisa already knows that she's on his butt. So Lisa has a choice to make. Lisa's like, I know that you on my ass, but could this benefit me in a sense? Because I'm a traitor. And I do have a team of traitors, but as we know, as a traitor, you're in the game for you and only you. Hashtag Sari.
Hashtag
Sari. Okay, you need to know that you are going to be in the game for you and only you.
Yes.
So yes, he pulled it to the side, and of course, he thinks that this is going to be a conversation that results in Lisa being like, "Oh my god, that sounds so good." Totally not that. Lisa is like,
"What the fuck are you talking about?"
Right.
I'm not a traitor. I'm a faithful. I'm a faithful. Deny. Lisa is on the deny train. She's like, I am not doing this with you. I already don't like you. I don't trust you. I smell you coming from afar. I know you're coming, and I am a faithful.
Yeah.
So that was a bust immediately.
Yes. That was so stupid.
Yes. And then it was time for the said round table.
I was coming into this round table like, yes, God, we're going to get Colton out because before the round table, we got Johnny and his whole crew of like 8 people that was like, they was gunning for the Colton. They was gunning for the Colton to where he had Mark and Mara going out and camping. Is this 3 people campaigning for? So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Colton, your ass is grass tonight. Read him fulfilled at the table and banish him.
Well, as the table starts, Mark decides to start the table and put his attention.
Not before
First of all,
the silence. The
silence
at the table.
Before Mark, there was a long silence.
Well, I feel like that's often the table. It always is silent, and then someone says something.
No.
That was last week. It was, right, or no?
No.
Okay.
This was silence. They started up. Alan walked away from the table, and there was nothing being said.
Players, the floor is yours.
Anyone got anything? I mean, we gotta use the time.
Just staring. Everybody standing across the table. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said a thing. I think they had us, the viewer, in silence for at least 20 seconds.
That's a long time.
Which is a long time.
It's a long time.
Then Ron
comes out and says,
anybody gonna say
Right.
anything? We
have
gotta
to use the time.
guys.
I can't. Anyway, Mark starts it and leads the charge on Ron by just kind of sort of addressing Ron and saying, these are my facts, these are what I know, and this is why I feel like it is you, Ron.
Yeah, and Colton.
And did he say Colton?
Yes.
In the first one too?
Yes, he did.
Oh, he did. Interesting. Okay.
Yes, he was like, Ron, we originally thought it was you because your big swing and a miss with Portia. But Colton, you also did the same thing with homegirl Tiffany. You did the same thing with Tiffany, and we're just seeing this pattern that you like kind of have a hold, and we're seeing similarities between you and Ron right now. And help us find out who we need to banish tonight, because we're kind of like at a toss up between y'all two. Is basically what he said.
Okay,
which I thought was interesting because. Bitch, in the castle, it seemed like y'all was all Colton, but I think they didn't want to like reveal their hand too fast.
Okay.
At the table.
Well, yes. Ron mentions how they have all made mistakes. He's been very consistent in his feelings and gameplay from the very beginning. He has tried his best as a faithful to stay true to that. He always has maintained his perspective as a faithful. Dorinda decides Ron and Dorinda hate each other.
They hate each other.
Do. Oh my God, Ron can't stand Dorinda.
Yeah,
and I don't know if Dorinda can't stand Ron, but Ron cannot stand Dorinda. And I'm not sure what happened.
He said something in threads that she said something that wasn't shown on camera because it wasn't game talk. It was
okay.
Oh, really?
Something else.
She said something to Ron because Ron ain't messed with her since. He don't play.
Yeah,
he's not.
So yeah, that's what he said when he was on threads, and I was like, what the fuck happened?
That makes sense.
Because we didn't know why he had the energy for Dorinda, but now it's making sense.
Yeah, it was getting weird.
It was getting real weird.
It's not for no reason.
Yeah, in the last set of episodes when they went back and forth, you don't need to know I'm my motherfucking family. That's crazy.
Like, damn, Ron,
what's going on?
Well,
and then in this episode, at the round table, and Ron was basically saying like, oh, like I've been connecting with you guys, which ain't nobody seen that. And well, I mean, we saw it in this episode, but before then, everybody was kind of saying how he's a little standoffish, he's a little, over there to himself. So Dorinda kicks in like, well, Ron, I don't know, Ron, because we've tried to get to know you, we've tried to hang out with you. He's like, Dorinda, shut the fuck up, ain't nobody talking to you.
He also said we cannot have a respectful interaction.
Yeah, right. He said we don't speak because we just cannot interact in a respectful way because he really don't like her.
He don't.
It's just that I don't feel like we can interact in a way that remains respectful.
He's letting it be known, and I want to know what she said.
I want to too.
I want to know what Dorinda said because I know she said something crazy.
I gotta know.
But in Ron's speech, Ron calls out Colton and says, you've got more guesses wrong than me. People are just coming for me because of the whole Portia. People like Portia. But, Colton, you've gotten most people out. And people don't like to count Michael, but that's not just because we don't like him. You still let that charge as well.
You got it wrong more than me.
With who? With Portia and with Tiffany, yeah.
And then with Michael.
No, because
because Michael, we don't like Michael, we don't count it. But because we love Portia, we're still on me. I don't feel that's fair.
And on Tiffany.
And on Tiffany as well. So
yep.
I just think that we know that Ron is a faithful.
Yeah.
He's playing his truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it's not fair.
It's not fair that he's being ganged up on for something that happened in episode 1.
Yeah.
Happened in episode 1, and they've let him be so incredibly wrong for 2 to 3 episodes at this point. And when Colton is wrong, they coddle him. He comes in the room there.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't know. You were so sure.
It's not okay.
It's not.
It's not okay.
No.
So then Natalie decides she wants to speak out and bring up Colton. It's Natalie and Johnny. They both speak out at the round table. And they want to bring up Colton because Colton is now fighting for his life because he's gotten that wrong as well.
His lips was dry. He was starting to get all shaky. Because at this point, he also didn't know that they were rounding up against him. So this was like a complete shock to him.
And the table literally starts one by one rounding up against, Colton. Colton.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how we've literally gotten no traitors out and you just led us to all the wrong people. Help us understand.
Yeah.
But, nonetheless, Ron decides he wants to go around because people are kind of on his case still. It's kind of like an even battle between Ron and Colton right now. Yeah. It's like tennis, tit for tat. But Ron just brings everybody back to a grounded space and is like, listen, if I'm going to go home tonight, I don't want to use this time arguing with y'all if y'all just going to make the decision to write my name down. And the easiest way for y'all to know that I'm a faithful is to write my name down and see for yourself. So on that note, I would just like to tell everybody,
go
goodbye.
around the table.
Yep.
Send my gratitude.
Child, he gave a damn eulogy.
And did, and went to everyone except Dorinda. And started like just telling people, you know, how great they are and how he's enjoyed their bond. And I genuinely do think that Ron has built a bond with a lot of people in this house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, we don't see a lot.
Yeah.
You know, they are together all day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that's being cut that's not being shown.
Yeah.
And also, they're trying to do a good job of showing him being an isolated figure in the house. You know,
Right,
as
'cause
long
he
as
truly
there's
felt that way.
Yeah, as long as there's a scene of Ron sitting by himself, boom, they'll show it.
Yeah.
Now, Ron might have been in 7 rooms with 7 different people talking 7 different times, and then been in 1 room by himself for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They caught that, they took it, and they put it in there. So I do think
his
that
story.
it's impossible to be in a different country with all of these personalities and not gain bonds with each other.
Yeah.
So he genuinely just wants to say goodbye to everyone at the table. And in the middle of that, Tara is like,
She's like,
What the
this
fuck,
don't
y'all?
feel right. This don't feel right. Yo, Ron is not, I don't know if it's going to get me banished, but Ron is not a traitor. I mean, come on. Like,
Come on, y'all. Everybody. Yeah. He ain't no traitor.
He ain't no traitor.
He ain't no traitor.
and Ron said, what he said, Robbie, exactly, or he was
Yeah,
saying
I think
something
he
like,
was like, exactly, thank you. or
yeah,
something
you know,
like
he was
that.
very much affirming, like, I'm really not a traitor, but I'm still going to keep going, people goodbye. But as she brings that out, everybody else then gets the jumping on Colton and trying to figure out.
Well, then is it you? Because now we don't think it's Ron.
So it's got to be you, Colton. And I think Colton's been trying to keep this Lisa thing to his chest for a minute now. And
it's like, if we're gonna get off of Ron, then I need to direct my attention towards someone else.
Little Miss Pixie.
Little Miss Pixie.
Little Miss Pixie Wixie.
Lisa winner.
Lisa.
So he decides that he wants to throw Lisa under the bus. He's like, listen, I'm not about to go down without a fight. Lisa, here are the reasons why I think you are a traitor. And him and Lisa immediately
Back and forth.
Back and forth.
getting into it. And the table is confused. They're like, we didn't even hear Lisa until just now. Some folks. Other folks who we had already talked to knew his thoughts, but some folks didn't. So it was their first time hearing Lisa's name come out of his mouth.
Yep.
I don't know much about housewives, but I know one thing. You don't go against a housewife. And that first night vote has never sat right with me.
On
Once
one side,
again.
they're like, damn, do we trust Colton a fucking again and put down Lisa? Or do we go with who we wanted to go with from the beginning, which is Ron?
Yeah.
Or do we go with who we're actually feeling like is just yuck to being a good person in our game?
Yeah.
And that's Colton, because his strategies, he's just been wrong way too much. Even if you are faithful leading us in every wrong, unfaithful direction.
You're too strong of a faithful to not be good. Like, get out.
It don't work that way.
Yeah.
And they have an argument at the table. And people start to kind of see Colton's point on Lisa.
Yeah, and he gets the last word.
He does.
Unfortunately.
He does.
And he says,
He does.
well, I don't think it's Ron.
He did.
And that was that. Does anyone have anything else to say before we get into voting?
Yeah. Just that Colton. Yeah. Damn, Lisa, you really did shoot yourself in the foot with that housewives vote, because Colton was like, she voted against the housewife. That's never happened
That was
before.
weird to us when we watched the episode. We said,
We couldn't believe she did that.
Lisa, why you voting against housewives? I mean, we know you a
done?
traitor, but damn, girl. Like, and she done got out a couple.
And many a housewife has been a traitor at this point, and they ain't never did that.
They don't
girl.
go against each other. It's
Right,
a very
ever.
strong group.
So he's pulling
until
that-
this season.
Until
Right.
this season.
Right.
So he's pulling that out. Everybody at the table is like, damn.
You're right.
And he was like, and on top of that, you've been quiet. Dorinda said you're not usually like that, and she's also a housewife, so she would know. And then he also was like, and Lisa's like, well, I'm not faithful, y'all. I'm not faithful. Colton, I think you're a traitor. And he was like, well, Lisa, if you're gonna come for me, you better come hard. And she said, I'm not going to get up on this table and dance for you. I think you're a traitor, and that's as hard as I need to come.
Oh, Lisa. Oh. You gotta love Lisa Rinna.
You got to.
As Alan closes the table and gets ready for voting, he has Tara lead the vote.
Yes.
The votes begin to go as such, which is Tara votes for Colton. I gotta make sure I put the right name. Steven. Steven votes for Ron. Ron votes for Lisa, which I was like, because if I was Ron, I'd be like, I'm trying to get Colton the moment.
Hell yeah, I would have voted Colton.
But Ron is tried and true. Ron's always gonna go with his heart, even if he feels like, oh God, like even if he feels like, you know what, it's just smart for me to vote Colton because he just will have more votes and then he can possibly go home. Mm-hmm. He was like, I'm a vote for who I think has the most reasonable argument, and I feel like Colton does right now with Lisa, so I'm gonna vote for Lisa.
Yeah.
Mara votes for Ron. We knew that was gonna happen. They've dined into it quite a couple times.
Yeah.
Lisa votes for Colton.
Of course.
Obviously. Colton, Lisa, of obviously. And wherever Colton goes, Eric follows. He votes for Lisa. Candace, consistent, votes for Ron.
Of course.
Johnny votes for Colton because he's like, we got to get him out of here. Mm-hmm. Kristen also votes for Colton as well, leaving the votes at 4 votes Colton, 3 votes Ron, and 3 votes Lisa.
Neck and neck.
Crazy.
Jam Jam decides to vote for Ron. Dorinda is not going against her housewife, baby. Mm-mm. She is also going to vote for Ron. Natalie goes with Colton once again. Votes for Lisa.
Yep.
Now we're at 5 votes Ron, 4 votes Lisa, and 4 votes Colton. Now this is where the table takes a turn. The next person to vote is Traitor Rob. Now Rob is sitting at that table sweating.
He damn near threw up.
He doesn't know what to do.
He don't know.
Fidgeting.
He's fidgeting. He got his hands on his head, hands in his head. He got up, down, round and round, left and right. He can't keep it together. He is having emotional warfare inside because he really cares for Ron.
Yeah.
He really cares for Colton, and he does not want to go against his traitor, Lisa.
Yeah.
However, Rob lists that it is his duty in a game as a faithful to get the traitors out of the game.
It's my job to get traitors out of the game.
He flips his name card and Lisa is on it.
The fuck?
Oh my God.
Couldn't believe it.
You called her a traitor to a whole round table of people?
What the fuck?
Rob, I talked last recap about how you just be so quiet. All you say is one sentence per episode, and the sentence you want to say this episode is, it's my duty as a faithful to get traitors out, and you flip over Lisa, your fellow traitor?
Wow. Like, what? To even say those words, you could have said anything and it's been like, y'all, this table was really hard for me. I don't know. I'm torn. I don't want to vote for Ron. I just voted Lisa. I'm sorry. And if you're not, I'm sorry. It's okay. You could have totally
that's it.
said that.
That's it.
You decided to, in your mind, say your job as a faithful is to get out traitors. Last word that came out your mouth.
Yep.
Traitors.
Yep.
Then flip over Lisa. Put Lisa right as a traitor.
Yep.
I mean, you called her out.
Yeah.
100%. There was no waiver. There was no 50-50. There was no I don't know. Which in my mind, if I was going to be a traitor and vote for a traitor, I'm going to be like,
I just don't know.
I don't know.
I wasn't expecting to come to this round table and have 3 strong, cases against, these 3 people thrown out. I didn't know what to do. Lisa, I don't know.
And you could tell Lisa's like, what the fuck? And Lisa can't move much of her face. But you gonna know how she's feeling just by how she cocks that head, okay?
Candace squeezed them eyes. She said,
what the hell's going on with you? What's wrong with you? Well, and then after Rob votes, we have 5 votes Ron, 5 votes Lisa. It's down to 2, baby. And 1 more vote, someone is going home.
Yep.
So next is Mark.
Yep.
Mark is obviously giving his speech and stays consistent with the group and decides to vote for Ron.
Yeah.
And with 6 votes, Ron is voted out of the game.
So sad.
It was really, really sad to see him go up there, especially after everyone at that table had a feeling that he wasn't a traitor anymore.
Yeah. Finally.
He had fought the good. He has been fighting for 6 episodes, y'all.
Yeah, that's 6 weeks.
We're at a point where it's like,
yeah.
yo, let's just let the gas off of him real quick.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a break. Ron is up there and reveals to everyone that he is a faithful, as we all know, the most faithful of faithfuls.
Everybody knew,
and he leaves the game.
Yeah.
I was sad to see Ron go. Did I cry?
You did.
I
A little bit.
You cried.
I did cry for Ron. I liked Ron. I didn't know why Ron said what he said to Dorinda when he said, I don't give a fuck about your family. That rubbed me the wrong way.
It did.
But now that I know, Ron does not work out of malice.
Okay.
He is very much a person who, I'm going to be cool with you as long as you're cool with me. So we probably should have known
something
that he wouldn't have come at her unless something had happened behind the scenes, because he's always proven himself as to be the person of, I'm just looking at the facts and what is there and then basing how I feel off of that. So to see Ron go was really sad because I didn't want him to leave, but it's okay. On to the next. Alan then comes in and announces that they will all need to get ready for a beautiful banquet at the table. And then whenever Alan leaves, Colton and Lisa get into it again. I mean, the vote has happened. Ron is gone. And Colton and Lisa, just glasses of water.
Colton immediately. He said, Lisa, I'm gonna take both you and me down if that's what I gotta do to get you out this castle.
Go for it, Colton. Be my guest.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Do it. Yeah. Do your best.
I love it. I mean, the people are mad, right?
Bring it on.
Oh my goodness. And before they leave, Johnny says, no one touch anything at the banquet.
That's what he said.
That's what Johnny says. No one touch anything out the banquet. Lisa and Colton leave the round table to go argue again.
Yep. in front of people again.
Because they just are not done with each other. They're really, I mean, Lisa is letting Colton know, I'm Lisa fucking Renner.
Yeah.
I've been Lisa fucking Renner before Real Housewives. I'm Lisa fucking Renner after Housewives.
Yep.
I've been doing this for 30-something years.
I'm not just a housewife.
I'm not. You're going to put some respect on my name. And he's like, I recognize you're a legend. I get it. But I still think it's you. And also Colton in that room of people, which I forgot who was all in that room, but there were quite a few people there. Colton says, and I quote, tell any traitors in the room they should kill me tonight, or else he's going to make it really difficult for them to kill him any other time, because he's going to go after his shield every single challenge.
Yep.
And Candace is one of the traitors in the room who hears him say that. So now it was almost like this was his message. Like, hey, listen, y'all go ahead and get me tonight, because this is your only shot before I'm on your ass.
Yep.
Because I'm going after shields every week. Promise you. And it gets a little scary. Gets a little scary because they own the Lisa.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how they're going to continue to try to fly under the radar, especially after this big blow up.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because after all that is when they show us a flashback from the night before in the turret when Alan comes to them and says, y'all can't murder tonight. Nobody took a shield. He says, and he tells them about the murder in plain sight. They're going to have a banquet, and one of the traitors has to wear an amulet.
Ruby red diamond amulet.
Okay.
A setup already from what I see.
Okay.
Because Who else gonna wear that?
No, literally.
Who
It was a
else?
setup from the jump.
You think Rob is gonna put on that shit?
Okay, he's not. Okay.
It's clearly between two people in that turret.
Clearly. And whatever faithful touches this amulet at the banquet, they will be poisoned and they will be moited.
The first faithful
The
who touched that
first
amulet.
faithful. So thought,
even if your plan is, I'm gonna walk around, and I'm gonna go and ask somebody a question. If someone stops you and says, "Beautiful,"
that's it.
And now you're
dead.
Gorgeous. Like, so you got to be real careful.
You do.
Whoever you choose to wear that amulet needs to be very intentional about where they place it, how it's placed, where it is. Just they need to really know what they're doing, because it can be, especially with everyone being so dressed up and be, oh my god, this is so. I mean, things can just get so touchy feely really quick. But if there's one person who I don't think is going anywhere, it's Johnny. Johnny said,
I'm not touching shit.
Don't touch. I'm not eating at the banquet.
I ain't even gonna touch my cup.
I don't even want to
be here dry mouthed and hungry.
Do we have a straw? Like, I'm not about to play with y'all, because he already knows something is coming.
Yes, and that's that's why I thought it was so interesting that Rob did what he did at the table, knowing damn well
they got to murder in plain sight.
That he has to murder in plain sight along with his traitors later on that night or the next night.
Yeah, that's what they got on them.
Rob, that Alabama came through. What happened? You should have thought to yourself, let me not do that, or let me make a plan before I go up in here and vote for Lisa, because I already know from last night
that she's the
one.
We
have to do a mission together where we have to murder in plain sight, which is the most difficult thing for the traitors to do.
Yeah.
And you just created beef with your traitors.
And what I also don't understand about this, going back, is if I was Lisa and I knew that the night before I'm the person in charge of wearing said amulet, and I have to murder someone at some point in plain sight tomorrow, it just seems like it almost seems like a chance of luck that this same episode, before the round table, Colton comes to you and wants to make a plea for let's work together. Let's make it happen. If I was Lisa, I would have been like, oh yes, oh my gosh, perfect idea. Let's work together.
I mean,
because she already knows that she has to kill somebody using this amulet. And the person who she clearly wants to kill, who has been saying her, she's known this. So if I was Lisa, my foresight, I'd have been like, of course, yes, let's work together, so that at that banquet, can you help me with my...
Yeah, oh my God, my brooch fell off. Can you put it back on?
We need to have a conversation. You know how we're working together, right? I would have immediately been like, oh my God, this is my perfect... I can be protected just not at the round table. And I can have him in my pocket. And then I can have him help me with this amulet, because we're now working together. He said he's going to protect me. And then he won't even know.
He won't even know.
Like, that, in my mind, makes sense. What they did was completely opposite, as you can see. Now they're completely out of heads. It'll be very hard. I mean, we'll see what happens, but it'll be very hard for Lisa to come back and be like, hey, Colton, I don't like how we handled things yesterday. Can we just squash it? It would just be weird at that point. So I think that I wish that Lisa would have thought a bit further and maybe actually agreed to work with Colton, because then she wouldn't have had to worry about her name being brought up. She would have been at the table defending Colton and been like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna vote for Ron. Like, it could have gone the way it was supposed to go copacetically, but it didn't. It was a shit show, top to bottom. And that shit show revisited them as Candace and Lisa and Rob gathered in the kitchen. Now, keep in mind, we are on a break from the round table. Everyone's scattered around the castle. They're really trying to find ways to duck off and be secretive and quiet. And they find a little time to get together. And Rob is in the kitchen first. Candace kind of tells him, get in here. You know, she sees him. She sees him walking kind of, so she's getting in here.
Because Rob was ducking and dodging.
He was.
He wasn't ready to face him.
He wasn't. All around, he would hear voices. Walk the other way.
Yep.
So Candace said, get in here and move there. And Lisa saw Candace, and Lisa made that move to the kitchen, and she immediately pointed at him.
What the fuck?
I mean, I can't trust you.
Yep.
Immediately.
Yep.
I can't trust you. And Rob is trying to be, well, I didn't know because people know that Colton's my boy, and they also know that I'm really close to Ron, and
they were like, so?
It would have looked weird.
It didn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, we're traitors. We don't give a fuck about faithfuls.
Yes.
And you're your heart is way too much in this game. You think that Candace wanted to say goodbye to some of these people?
Right.
Now,
she really wanted Portia gone week one.
She wanted Tiffany gone? No, she didn't.
Nope.
I think that it made her sad, but at the same time, I also felt Candace was put in a situation where she was smart and did not vote for them.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And she didn't vote for them. So when they left, it was never blood on her hands.
Right. And it wasn't like it was between Colton and Lisa. It would be different if it was between Colton and Lisa.
That wasn't the case.
But that wasn't the case. You had a third party, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
He is the safe bet. As much as you don't want to vote for him, even if you did vote for him, he wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
He'd been like, I understand. You went with the table.
Wrote his name and said, sorry. I just have to find out. You know, the table is really on you. I don't think you are, but I got to vote with them.
That was when you should have said, as a faithful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
As a faithful, I feel like we just need Ron, and
we just gotta know.
I love you. You know, I know you're telling the truth, but just to get this done, because it's been 6 weeks now. You know, let's just nip it in the bud. And Ron would have been like, "No, I love you too, Rob. I understand."
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
but you didn't do that, did you, Robbie?
Did not. Robbie Bobby is in trouble.
You're in trouble, buddy.
And I can only imagine. I hear that this banquet, from just the rumblings,
the snippet we saw.
From the snippet, I saw Alan did an interview. Alan was like, "This banquet is about to be really interesting." I mean, I just don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know what twists and turns the Traitors has for us for the next episode.
I don't know.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
But I hear that. I think that people scuffling at some point. Possibly.
Yeah, it's like it.
Possibly. It looked like there was something rushing going on. I don't know if people were fighting or rushing towards something. I don't know what. If there's a challenge at the banquet. Like, we don't know anything.
We don't know. No.
They do show us in the preview for next week who was strutting up with that brooch on, though. They already let us know who got the brooch. I don't agree with the choice. Well, I think it should have been the other person.
I think it should have been Candace.
It should have been Candace.
Candace is so.
Well, Lisa said she could do it. So
she did. I think that Lisa likes to take lead. We know Lisa's the leader.
Even though I'm like, Lisa, you should not have taken the brooch because you're the next most vulnerable person. Now that Ron is out, it should not be you trying to do touch my brooch. It shouldn't be you.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, Lisa's smooth. She's going to find a way to let someone touch that brooch. But I just want to know who she's going to get to touch it. Mm-hmm. Because Lisa can also be a bit aloof.
Yeah.
So, like, I can just see Lisa, someone like Dorinda, this is beautiful. Girl! That's a lot of money.
Don't you touch that girl. Don't you touch that girl.
I can only imagine. How can I...
I went to go.
I got a wind. I got so cold. Girl, can you help me? Like,
Dorinda's gonna be like, I went to go look at Lisa, and she jumped back at me.
And it's so in Lisa's outfit. It's not like it's an outfit full of jewels and stuff. It's a plain
Inspector
black outfit with a big ass red amulet on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but it looks very fashionable.
It's an
eye
catcher for sure. But with eye catchers come looky-loos. And I'm not sure what Faithful is going to touch that. I almost go to amulet, brooch, same thing. Whatever. I don't know who's going to touch it, but I hope they get the right person, because she gonna be ate up if she's like, I did the wrong thing, y'all. I didn't get who we were supposed to get.
Okay.
And Lisa also has to think about, damn, like, if I murder Colton, people are gonna totally come after me. They are.
Of course.
Once Colton is gone, people are going to be like,
Lisa, you were the last thing. And Colton said, too, he said, I'm making it so that everybody knows I got Lisa's name in my mouth. So if I go, they know it was her.
I need to make sure that I tell enough people about Lisa that if she just decides to say, screw it, I'm going to murder him, all eyes will be on her.
Mm-hmm.
Whether she's a damn traitor or not, they're going to get her ass out. Yikes.
They are going to be working hard. Working hard and diligently.
Yeah.
And that was episode 6 of Traitors.
My God.
Can you believe it, y'all?
I know I cannot. I'm ready to see what happens. Episode 7, I know it's going to be crazy. So I'm excited.
I'm about to be taking notes like crazy.
Seriously.
Oh, my goodness. But thank y'all for tuning in to our Traitors recap. We love doing this. And also, thank y'all for showing so much love. We've been getting a lot of views on our Traitors recap. So continue to tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell your grandma, tell your mama, tell your auntie. I know y'all all watch Traitors. Mm-hmm. Tell them. Watch it and watch the recap after.
Yes.
Give you some good things here.
Tell us y'all's thoughts in the comments, baby. Ooh, what did you think about this episode? Let's read them. Let's read them and weep.
Okay, that part.
Woo. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining us, and we'll talk to y'all next week.
Love y'all.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.